Hi, I'm Rose Gervais. I am a business coach for new and rising artists. I help my clients to develop the confidence to show up as an artist, to sell their work, and also to master their marketing so you can build a fulfilling art business that you love and get paid to paint, basically paid to make art. How amazing is that for a lifestyle goal? Even if you are self-taught and have no idea about the business side of art. Now, I'm also a practicing modern botanical painter myself with work in 3 galleries across Australia, and I have first-hand experience in building an art business from scratch and developing a passion for art into a 6-figure multiple income stream business that I love. So not only do I walk the talk, but I have supported thousands of artists through my free and paid services and cannot wait to help you on your journey too. Okay, so hello again, everybody. We are going to be talking about our topic today, which is how to bring more ease into your art business. And we're going to be talking about that through the lens of creating systems that work for you. Now, specifically, we're going to be chatting about how to create systems that actually work for you in your business without killing your creativity. Now, systems are all about ease, okay? Systems can sort of trigger us and make us think, oh, but that's so boring. It's the opposite of creativity. I don't want to do that. And I understand that. I completely get it because I'm just like you, creative as well with all the ideas, love being in, flexible land. But at the same time, it is actually the second that you bring in those systems and that organization and that efficiency that you bring more ease into your business, because you're not sort of wasting your energy thinking about what to do next when you already know it, right? But if you document things, for example, have checklists and all of those things in practice, it makes business life way easier, way more efficient, and frees up time for you to spend more time making the art, right? Yep. So this is the goal, okay? We all want to be minimizing that admin, maximizing the studio time. So systems is a really, really smart way to do that. Okay, so efficiency and ease are always good things. But for me, it was when my business started to grow that those systems really became a necessity, okay? So I knew that was a good idea to have systems, but they became something that I absolutely needed, because without those systems, I wouldn't have been able to scale my business and scale my income as well. And I share this because I want the same thing for you, okay? I literally would not have been able to achieve that. And so now I have systems in place like my master artwork tracker, my content marketing pillars, my branding guidelines, that's a system as well, my art pricing calculator. So I am always adding more systems to the mix and then improving them as well, because I love a good improvement focus that will never end in my world. And I just love that. So you can see, for example, the art pricing calculator, you can see how having a system around that saves you time. You're not sitting there, and actually emotional energy too, because you're not sitting there going, oh, how much is that artwork worth? Go and find your one formula and compare your pricing to this artwork that you really, really loved and that everybody loved, and then there's less energy that goes into things once you have a system, okay? So systems are really, really helpful. They're not about restriction. They are actually about freedom, and it might seem a little bit silly, but it's true. So let's dive on in. Now, I wanted to ask you firstly, what are your experiences with systems and what are your struggles with systems? Do you have any in your business? Do you have any in your world? Maybe if you have a day job, do you have any systems in that space that you love, that you hate, that you think are pointless, that you think are empowering? Let me know, what's your take on systems, even if you're catching this as a replay. Now, I don't know if you know this about me, but I really love to nerd out on business books. And so at the moment, one particular thing that I'm really dorking out on and nerding out on is this whole system concept. So yes, I have my systems in my business, but yes, I'm very much a lifelong learner. I love improving things constantly. So I've really been sort of hyper focusing on this lately. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of knowledge around this so it can help you in your business as well. So some examples, as I said before, that I shared, were things like the pricing guide. Sorry, I'm just going to check my notes. Yeah, pricing guide, calculator, my master artwork tracker, and all of that. But I'm going to give you a few extra ones. We also have in art business, you might have a process for your art making, so you know how you plan, how you start your artwork, how you navigate the middle, and how you finish an artwork as well. You might have a process around your online listings. So you may have a system around how you create your website and marketplace listings, like taking your photographs, designing and sort of working out your in situ shots or your mock-ups, writing your captivating copy. Maybe you have a template around that even. You may even have a system around social media. So how you post regularly on social media in a way that is easy, right? Because we're all about the ease today. And in a way that also brings you the results you're after, yes? Because there's really no point posting on socials, for example, if you're not going to be calling in the things that you're after, okay? So these are all areas where you can integrate a system or document a system to increase your efficiency and therefore give you more time at the easel to be making your art. So systems can also be things like checklists or processes or standard operating procedures, anything where there's like an input, a repeatable sequence of events, and then it results in an output, okay? And it's all about the output really in the end and that efficiency. Now, before we dive into two specific things I would like you to try in your art business, I want to explain to you a little bit of my take on systems and why it actually matters, because there's no point me talking to you if you don't understand why it matters, right? I'm not here to waste your time. And right at the end of our session today as well, I have a special invite to you, if you haven't heard already, because I'm running a brand new free 3-day training opportunity for artists that's coming up in early November. So I'll share the link with you towards the end today as well. So why systems matter? So systems save mental energy, as I mentioned before. They reduce that decision fatigue. They can also reduce overwhelm because yes, that happens all the time. They are more efficient. They bring in more ease. They can also save you energy by holding you more accountable to your business numbers and even your finances. So yes, you can have a system in finances as well. Essentially, it reduces the time you're spending on tasks like admin, and therefore increase your income and your profit in your business, because it's actually freeing you up to do the things in your genius zone that only you can do, i.e. art making. So this is really, really important and definitely aligned to the gorgeous big picture dream of artists just like you. Tell me if that's true. Is that the dream? You want to have a full-time art business, but you want to be mainly making art and not stuck in the admin side? Now, even on the art making side, systems can improve your efficiency and your productivity, okay? So like I mentioned before, a process and a system around making your art. Now, I know out of all people, because I love working intuitively on my art, I know out of all people that a system for my art making sort of seems cold, seems methodical, seems to take the creativity and the joy out of it. But I also know, being an artist over here as well, that having that system is so important when you have to be making art for events, for exhibitions, for fairs, for art releases, when time is of the essence and when you want a consistent result as well, so that, you know, all your artworks are of the same quality, same vibe, same sort of energy. That system will actually make or break your success. And I mean that because I've seen it and I've done it multiple times, okay? So a system around the art making can also improve that productivity. Example as well is one of my VIP clients, Zoe K, who I think I mentioned last week as well. And she has been a really amazing example of systems. She's like a systems genius, Zoe. So Zoe has actually seen these results. So she's gone from being overwhelmed in her art business, not knowing which way was up, and now she has all these simple, achievable, easy to understand systems in her business around, for example, packaging, right? So imagine having a clear process for how you package your art. How easy is that? Like, how much ease will that bring into your art business? So now, instead of worrying about that and putting that energy into that side of things, she can focus on the art and she can have the mental space to go and apply her art and approach, local galleries and also online art galleries as well. And for both of those, she's recently been successful. So she couldn't have done that if she didn't have that sort of freedom of mental space, because she had systems in place. So systems can really open doors. And by the way, systems also will help future you when you decide to work with an assistant of some sort in your business. So it might be a studio assistant, it might be a marketing manager who does your social media and email marketing, it might be a virtual assistant, it might be someone else who's going to step in and help you out in your business. So these systems will help to streamline that process as well. And I'm going to go all out and I'm going to say systems are actually a big difference between a baby business and a growing one. Okay, so if we're going for growth, which I believe all of us are, then we need to start to get some systems in place. And the good news on this as well is it is a known fact in the business world that you cannot, I'll word it positively, a system will only work when you start simply. If you start with a complex system, it is almost guaranteed to fail. So starting simple is actually the only way. So don't be intimidated. Starting simple is the way to go. Okay, beauties. Now I have 2 specific things I would like you to try in your businesses on the systems side. So grab a notepad and a pen if you're ready to write these down. And I would love you to report back, by the way, because I'm all about accountability too. Okay, so report back, post in permission to paint to let me know how you go with these things. All right, number 1, first thing to try, social media. Give it a crack to batch create your social media content for 1 week and schedule it using a scheduling app. Give it a try. Okay, it's just like we're experimenting here. So I would love you to choose 1 day this week where you're actually going to sit down and do that. What day this week are you going to sit down and experiment with batching your posts? If you already batch your posts, do it for the month ahead, okay? Or do it for even 2 months ahead if your particular scheduling app allows you to do that. So that's my first one I want you to try. My second one that I want you to try is around tracking your progress. Again, this is something that many artists do not do. And this is a major opportunity for improvement and growth and success and all of these fabulous things, because there is this little motto: if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. I completely agree. So I have, for example, Rachel Kieran, who is part of my VIP program, and she wasn't tracking her business stats. And when she started to track her numbers, seemingly out of nowhere, 2 art sales just sort of popped up overnight. Okay, so maybe it was energetic, I don't know. But either way, looking at your numbers will allow you to see the facts and not gauge your success through a lens of emotion. How's that? Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? I know as a fact for me, if I'm not looking at my numbers enough, I will be just led by emotion. And I'm pretty hard on myself. So if I don't look at the numbers, I will be beating myself up, basically. But by looking at your numbers, you see those facts and you see the growth, and you can also see what's not tracking as well as you'd like to. And then you can pay attention to that and improve that, okay? But without the numbers, without the tracking, you're just running blind, okay? So let's mature our art businesses and get some tracking in place. Okay, so this is your task. Are you ready? Start with a very simple spreadsheet. You can make it up in Google Sheets or whatever spreadsheet function you use. Is it Microsoft Excel? And start tracking data around things like social media engagement, email open rates, sales, and email subscribers. There's lots of other things you can add. I'm just getting you started, okay? So track those weekly. Choose a day, once a week, where you're actually going to look at those numbers and plug in some information, because I tell you, this is a game changer as well. And this is a system. Okay, they are my 2 little projects for you, and I've got my special invitation for you in a moment. So just to sort of recap though, firstly, what we talked about today, systems give you more freedom actually, not less. I hope that has come across today. And I would like you to try one or both of those ideas today around batching your social media or tracking your progress so that you can see the positive growth. Now, if you are ready to grow and scale and truly transform your art business into a thriving and profitable business that you love, that you love is non-negotiable in my world, then you're going to be wanting to register for my Next Level Artist, which is my free 3-day live training series coming up in early November. So dates are set and it's all guns blazing, it's all on. And I'm going to be helping you to discover some actionable strategies, proven systems, and also entrepreneurial mindset shifts that you need to propel your art business forward. Now, I do need to check in with you. Have you registered already? Please drop in a little comment to let me know. If you have already registered, it's completely free. At this stage, I'm not going to be charging for it, but I am setting my plan for next year. And if this goes well, and if I run it again, I'm thinking this one will be paid in the future. So if you are interested, come and register, come and get amongst it, and learn whatever is on offer during this training course, and we'll go from there, okay? Now, it isn't a beginner's event. I have to be really clear about this. Absolutely everyone's welcome, but it is not designed for brand new beginners. So this is designed for artists who already have a sense of their art style and who have already made some art sales in their business, okay? So you've got a bit of a foundation in place for your business and you're ready to grow and scale and sort of master things, okay? We're about sort of lifting off here, okay? So this particular session and this sort of, this masterclass and 3-day live series is for you. So just comment with the word ready and I will drop you the link. It's going to be great. I'm super excited. I'm going to be diving into lots of strategies to help you to really take off in your art business, okay? Because that's what I'm about. And it's about that efficiency, that ease, that growth, the profitability as well, but also that fulfillment that will never slide off the radar in my space, okay? All right, lovelies, I will see you all super soon. I will drop the link to the next, what did I call it? Next Level Artist, brand new. You see what happens? I'll drop the link to Next Level Artist up in the caption above if you have not yet registered. Also, for those of you who like to come to my Tuesday tea sessions, I do need to let you know I won't be running one next week because it's school holidays and I want to prioritize my family and my children next week. So no Tuesday tea next week, which will be the 8th of October, but I'll be back the following Tuesday. So sending you all lots of love and I will see you soon. Bye.